Okay, hi. My name's Neil Sandage. I am genetically the real Captain America. Kind of strange experience. Probably need to lose some weight. But I'm testing out the camera and find out how Google works or how this feature works. There's a box over here. Hello from hello from me in the future. Hello from me. Hello from me in the future. Hello from me. Hello from faster than time. I'm going to explain to you why someone, yeah. My future babies. You've got to explain to you why you don't understand. So anyways, wow, that's almost acceptable. I'm Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Turtle power. Turtle power. Turtle power. Anyways, I was going to just watch a YouTube video and record myself during it. I'm going to do that now. I wonder if they can still see me. Yep. Okay, so I can't navigate in this tab, but I may be able. Ooh, did the light change just suddenly? Maybe the camera adjusted. And I've had this problem before where if I move between tabs, this session would halt. But now I have another tab open, and we're going to see what's over there. Whatever. Vox Borders is canceled. What? All right, so I'm going to watch Vox Borders instead, because this is the most brilliant person alive, and I can't even begin to believe it.
I don't really know what I'm going to say. I usually script things on the internet, but now I just press record. So, for those of you who know, Borders USA, the 5th season of Borders, was in production. And in fact, we shot most of it and developed it, and yet it was in production at a time when everything kind of started to change in this country. These things have changed our country fundamentally. So Borders USA is canceled and will not air. So
that was up close.
Yet it was in production at a time when everything kind of started to change in this country. These things have changed our country fundamentally. So Borders USA is canceled and will not air. As you can imagine, this is very difficult for me. I understand the reasoning, and yet what this represents for me is a very abrupt and unforeseen end to something that I really, really loved and really worked hard to build.
He does a really good job of it. Let me back up for a moment. By the way, this song is one I made for my flight back from shooting the Hong Kong season.
I don't know how to describe this other than Borders was more than just a documentary series for me. This project represented a major transformation in my life and became the foundation of so much of what I do today. Back in the early days of Vox, when it was still sort of a startup and there were just a few of us on the video team, my boss at the time, Joe, who was the head of video, took a major chance on me. He let me take my camera, at that point a 5D Mark III, and my tripod, and the limited budgets we had back then, and go. My first time was to Cuba, and he just said, make it good and make sure it's factually accurate. That opened something in me that I didn't really know existed, which was this obsessive, voracious desire to tell stories and explain things in faraway places.
Make it factually
Joe let that
accurate.
spark catch, and over the next several years, that spark turned into a massive fire. And I'm looking for ideas surrounding a single topic: borders. By 2017, we turned it into a series called Vox Borders.
And it's awesome.
We're driving through a river right now in the Jeep. I traveled to 6 different border regions around the world in one summer in the course of 40 days. And the whole time I was pinching myself. Is this a dream? Am I really in a Jeep in Nepal going up to the Tibet border to tell a story of nomadic yak herders? Am I really in a North Korean school in Japan eating kimchi and rice and talking to these people about their love for their great leader back in North Korea? Did I really just take a nighttime boat ride with a bunch of merchant women from Haiti to the Dominican Republic? It was a whirlwind of experiences and a masterclass in how to tell stories and represent people and represent big issues around the world. I'm incredibly grateful for that first season. It went on to get nominated for an Emmy, and Vox was like, let's do another one. And so then it was Hong Kong. 5 really compelling stories, from cage homes to feng shui to the story of the British in Hong Kong and the remnants they left behind. And then Colombia, where we looked into one of the world's most dire border crises as Venezuela fell apart and people rushed into Colombia. Looked into music and hippos and cocaine. And then finally India, the most intimidating and difficult set of stories I've ever told. Hours and hours pouring and cocaine. And then finally India, the most intimidating and difficult set of stories I've ever told. Hours and hours poring over physical maps, traversing from the south of India, where we looked at the Sri Lanka-India border, all the way set of stories I've ever told. Hours and hours poring over physical maps, traversing from the south of India, where we looked at the Sri Lanka-India border, all the way up to the north into Punjab. The border ceremony, the Sikhs looking across the border at their holy place, learning about cow vigilantes and the persecution of India's Muslims. This is hard. Like I said, this is hard and weird and nostalgic, and my whole body feels it in some strange way. And yet, at the same time, I'm feeling a deep gratitude for the fact that I had this opportunity. A gratitude for Christina Thornell, who was the first person I hired when we started Borders to help me build it, and she did, and became a monumental part of the whole thing, helping develop the stories and get us in places that were impossible to get into, and getting us the interviews we needed and the story beats and the visuals. And her work is embedded in every episode. And the stories themselves, it's so often that I was on camera and doing my thing, but there were so many people who touched these episodes, and I just feel so grateful, especially to the editors. If you don't know, in journalism, an editor is someone who sort of guides you and guides your story and helps you pare it down and helps you focus on the right things. And I'm sure many of you know Joss Fong, the amazingly talented video creator. Her guidance over the years made me who I am as a storyteller. Every video you see on this channel has Joss Fong's fingerprints on them. She taught me how to be a journalist, and I am forever indebted to her as a creator and as an editor and as just a person. Thank you, Joss. You may have noticed that, and as an editor and as just a person. Thank you, Joss. You may have noticed that Borders got more rigorous. Just a forever indebted to her as a creator and as an editor and as just a person. Thank you, Joss. You may have noticed that creator and as an editor and as just a person. Thank you, Joss. You may have noticed that and as an editor and as just a person. Thank you, Joss. You may have noticed a creator and as an editor and as just a person. Thank you, Joss. You may have noticed that creator and as an editor and as just a person. Thank you, Joss. You may have noticed a creator and as an editor and as just a person. Thank you, Joss. You may have noticed that Borders got more rigorous and deeper each season. And that's because we got a new story editor, Mona, who came in and said, like, hey, what if we made Borders like a hard-hitting, like, journalistic series that was like deeper and more representative of people? And she became my story editor and pushed it and really taught me what like serious journalism was. And there are so many people who touched this series, from assistant producers to our engagement team at Vox, who helped push it out to the world. I would love to talk about every person who touched Borders, and I did in a Slack message to my team as I was leaving and shutting down everything at Vox. One of the things that became really special for me was the music in Borders.
The song was composed by Tom Fox and was going to be the theme track for
Starting
Borders.
In Hong Kong, I started teaming up with a music composer, Tom Fox, who started building custom music for every episode of Borders. Guy's amazing, and luckily I still get to work with him. He still makes music for this channel and for my other work, and he's just one of the most brilliant musicians I've ever had the pleasure of working with. And I will probably work with him for decades to come. So check out Tom Fox's music for sure. Link in the description. While I am very sad that these stories that we worked very hard on will sit on a hard drive somewhere for the rest of time, I am very grateful for the opportunity I had to work at this place and the people I got to work with. Sad, nostalgic part over. What's next for me? People I got to work with. Sad, grateful for the opportunity I had to work at this place and the people I got to work with. Sad, nostalgic part over. What's next for me? Okay, so number one, I'm going to keep making YouTube videos. I'm now officially like a full-on YouTuber. This will start to really take a lot more priority in my life. Right now, the channel's not big enough that I can go out into the field and do documentary stuff, but the way it's growing, it may be big enough that I could actually financially support that. So hopefully, if you're not subscribed, click subscribe. It helps me grow so I can do more ambitious stuff. Go to patreon.com/JohnnyHarris and you can support and get a bunch of cool stuff if you do it too. All of that will help me make more ambitious videos and be able to eventually do more sort of journalistic style stuff. Right now, it just doesn't make sense financially. Number two, I'm going to keep focusing on the startup that I've been building for the past year, which is called Bright Trip, where we've built a platform where we publish travel courses, how to go on a trip and have it be way more informed. It's all with beautiful video and animation and teaching and all of this stuff. So that's the other thing I'm going to continue to work on. Number three, I'm still going to be in the journalism world.
My face did get fatter. I don't know how
for many years and said,
what
like,
that
hey,
is.
You guys want to collaborate?
I think
on
my mom
something?
was
So I've been
right
working
about her
with the New
face
York
getting
Times,
fatter.
which is a really
I
fun
wonder
and
if we were
amazing
exposed to
opportunity.
something.
And we'll be publishing a video with them sometime in the near future. So I'll still be doing journalism. In the end, the thing I care about most is, again, what I talked about, what I learned at Vox, which is this love I have for sharing stories about how the world works, and specifically about how things work in faraway places that we're not maybe familiar with. I find great meaning in that. And what all of these things have in common, the YouTube channel, Bright Trip, the journalism stuff, is that I want to share stories and information in beautiful ways with you.
That's the right thing to tell him.
That's why I do this. That is
You're going
what
to tell
my work is.
him
Like I said, that's something I learned
why someone
at
loved
Vox because they took a bet on me, and I'm so grateful for that. And it's something I'm going to continue to do on all of these different platforms. So thank you all for being here, and for those who have been on the Borders journey and along with me, thank you for all of the support throughout these years. It's been good, and it's not over. This is just a little fork in the road. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep telling stories one way or another, and I hope you all can continue on the journey with me. See you later.
That'll make him happy. You're better than Ken Burns. You wouldn't believe that. That'll make him happy. His narrator is a piece of shit. I'm going to explain to you. This is going to open up his eyes to something about you. Ooh. I've got to try and fucking understand something. Right. He just starts fucking crying. What does that have to do with your program? You know why someone gets angry? They're all going to cry right now. Yeah. Yeah, they just gave up again. Oh, great. I don't really know why you're telling him that you fucking laugh at the situation. You'll never believe ever. I'm going to tell you why everybody gets angry and questions the entire room. You, whatever. It's like, yeah. Yeah, they don't even understand it themselves. I explained it. Oh, anyways, so that video completed. I needed to read to you whatever I just wrote. Hi. So I'll read it to you, and then I'll complete this recording. We want Vox borders. I do not want hands are tied. You are better than Ken Burns. His narrator or scriptwriter is a piece of shit. His interview for commentary anchors and reporter faces are psychopathic nut jobs, purging the Theodore Roosevelt hero characters from the living society. And there never is a recompose of what has been presented so far. It attempts to pretend history never needs ironing. The history of country music is missing the R in country. Instead it looks like county music. Yeah, somebody's getting angry about something. And there's never a recompose of what we have so far, an attempt to pretend history never needs ironing. You're not believing the history of country music provides. See, something interrupts my thinking and provides the wrong words. The history of country music provides us a genetic insight that borders of facial structures and structures of bodies are from country music in churches told, let's say King James Version told to collide and melt into each other various phenotypes. All right, so starting from the top. Anyways, no, continue reading. Why was my right testicle damaged? What does that have to do with your program? What does that have to do with your program? DARPA God, DARPA God is murdering. And I'm going to go with killing. That just gets it anger. DARPA God is killing you and I and the entire living globe. Pesty, insecty, herb, garden, human side. So let's see, pesty side, insecty side, herb side, garden side, human side. Yeah, the world is angry again, ordering me to the hospital. It was DARPA God who ordered me to the hospital. Someone's just given up on telling you what's going on, where the PA and the Ukraine nurse did what? Who knows what? You're not really understanding why someone cries. Then they stole my phone. Then DARPA God, not they. And DARPA God stole my phone for the weekend. This most recent. This isn't going to work. This most recent. Oh, it was. Anyways, 15 subtract 4. This most recent 9/11 through 9/15 weekend, and returned it hidden under papers Instagram. She's going to cry at work tomorrow. It'll make sense to her. You look good. You ruined it for her. Kill Trump. I know you're right, and that they're cheating, and that's awesome. Yeah, Springer. I'm going to explain to you why someone cries and gives up on every man's dream. There's not a goddamn fucking chance you have anybody. It even gives me the ability to download the picture? That's a cool thing. I must have added something cool to the browser. What is this? It says I can download it. Where's this feature at? Image it, downloader for Google search? I don't know. That's for Google search. That doesn't need to be visible then. Image for Google search. Oh, so there's download on Instagram. I hate you. I've got to explain to you. Come on. I'd like to download it. Since I have an image downloader for Instagram. This app has access to this website. It's to make a nice cow photo to have. God damn it. Oops. You're really not understanding why someone gets angry. I was trying to do something and something remote controlled me over here. It's going to be a nice 30-minute recording. And now it's making it so I have to edit it. All right, we're going to try and finish that last paragraph. I was just looking at Cosmic Kitty 143. COSMIC KITTY 143 on whatever the term is. I can't remember the word. And it fucking deleted the fucking comment from the website. I just said that she looks great. I'm going to paste that again, see what's going on, because I copied it. You look good. Cattle are the bovine boss genius of every culture on earth. Be a Springer, make at least 6 children. So I want to take a screenshot of that, because there's something that's been hunting Instagram and deleting communications about pretty women and encouraging them to have babies, or letting men know that women have gone missing that are like beyond excellent, amazing looking. Yeah. And I'm Captain America genetically, so I'm worried about all the awesome looking, capable, strong people. It is important that we do something to try and keep them alive. Because, I mean, who wouldn't want to have babies with, or at least the pleasure of their company at some point in their life? So back to this. It's supposed to be just a 5-minute comment, but there were some errors with it. I have to be conscious of the camera angle and reading the screen. Hello. So we want Vox borders. I do not what? I do not know. Okay, back to the beginning. 1013. We want Vox borders. I don't know. Hands are tied. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray on? Why pray 3 times below you? I've got to explain to you why someone starts crying. Okay. 1013. We want Vox borders. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray? In fact, I'm going to read this, complete this damn video. 1013. We want Vox borders. I don't know why your hands are tied. We pray. I say, why pray 3 times below you? 1013, we want Vox borders. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You are better than Ken Burns. His narrator or scriptwriter is a piece of shit. His interview for commentary, anchors, and reporter faces are psychotic nuts. His interviews with, not for, his interviews with. See, someone put the word for there. That's part of this superpower. It's trying to get rid of all the royal monarchs of the earth because it says that nuclear energy is better than ever an honest day of work and that we should just shoot each other because shooting each other over atomic energy, not nuclear energy, is much more fun than ever doing real work, and that the atomic energy will forever make machines that make themselves and replace all of the people that they've shot and killed, because whoever they are, they're basically Xbox people. So 1013, we want Vox borders. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You are better than Ken Burns. His narrator or scriptwriter is a piece of shit. His interviews with commentary providing anchors and reporters of familiar faces, yet very light eyes, are psychotic nut jobs, purging the TDR Roosevelt hero characters from all living societies. From all living societies. The irony of light eyes killers is that the light eyes are being killed from the U.S. continent, even though they joined in and serve the military, DARPA God, Nobel Prize, child sex secret. You'll not believe this ever, why someone just begins crying. Yeah. Yeah, it's a parade of stupid people. Well, you're off the hook for any insults. All right, so 1013. We want Vox Borders. We want the Vox Borders episodes to continue. We want the Vox Borders episodes to continue. Okay, 1013. We want the Vox Borders episodes to continue. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You are better than Ken Burns. And his narrator or scriptwriter and his... I really need to hear Ken Burns talk in person, but we're going to start it. 1013. We want the Vox Borders episodes to continue. I do not... You don't know why someone starts crying again. Someone just cries and gives up on telling you who's in charge. All right. So we is National Security Agency.gov. All right. So 1013. We, the National Security Agency.gov, want your series Vox Borders to continue. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You are better than Ken Burns, and his old man narrator or scriptwriter is a piece of shit. And his old man narrator or scriptwriter is a piece of shit. His interviews and commentary providers, often famous news anchors and reporters of familiar faces, and reporters of familiar faces, often famous anchors and reporters made familiar homestead faces. Yet those very light eyes are psychotic nut jobs, purging the Theodore Roosevelt hero characters from all living societies. Okay, so back to 1013. 1013. We, the NASA.gov, we, the NSA.gov. 1013. We, the NSA.gov, want your series Vox Borders to continue. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You are better than Ken Burns. And his old man narrator or scriptwriter is a piece of shit. His scriptwriter is smellier. I hate you. Smellier. Then not a piece of shit, is smellier than a pasture of shit. 1013. We want the we NSA.gov. 1013. We NSA.gov want your series Vox Borders to continue. I hate you. We NSA.gov. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You are better than Ken Burns, and his old man narrator or scriptwriter is smellier than a pasture of shit. Than most any pasture of cow poop. Only less offensive than chicken farms. We're done with the question. His old man narrator is smellier than most. It's smellier than most cow pastures. All right. So 1013, we NSA.gov want your series Vox borders to continue. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You are better than Ken Burns, and his old man narrator or scriptwriter is smellier than most cow pastors, only less offensive than chicken farms. His interviews and commentary providers, his interviewees. Is that really an interviewees? Interviewees? His interviewees, his co-contributors. As co-contributors and commentary providers, almost famous anchors, often famous TV anchors and reporters made familiar homestead faces. Those very light eyes and psychotic nut jobs are purging the Theodore Roosevelt hero character from all living societies. The irony of Light Eye's killers is that the Light Eyes are being killed from the entire U.S. continent, the entire USA continent, per all census data, even though they joined in and served the military DARPA god via Nobel Prize child sex secrets and endless Black Pete for Viking funerals. Gotta straighten out some people for Viking funerals. Being cremation of themselves and all other species. Yeah, I've never, ever believed you ever that the blondes are the stupidest. I've never ever called a blonde stupid. Just said that in sexual appeal or intellectual appeal, I don't want to go sexual. In wife appeal, they're the fourth color or the fourth choice. They could never rate higher with me. No offense. I mean, like, I would be happy to have any woman in my life. So, like, but if I had to list them ever, I would always still list blonde as the fourth choice. And I have always, even when I was with. Yeah, that's fine. We NSA.gov want your. Okay, so 1013, we NSA.gov want your series Vox borders to continue. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You are better than Ken Burns, and his old man narrator, scriptwriter, smellier than most cow pasture, only less offensive than chicken farms. His co-contributors, which I've somehow spelt wrong, and commentary providers, often famous TV anchors and reporters familiar, and reporters made familiar to my homestead, and familiar to my eyes. Made familiar, and his reporters made familiar to my eyes. Yet those. All right, so those very light eyes. So ha. Ugh. 1013. We NSA.gov want your series Vox borders to continue. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You're better than Ken Burns and his. I want to say this like I fucking actually feel it. Something's interfering. That was the worst reading I've done so far. 1013. We NSA.gov want your series Vox borders to continue. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You're better than Ken Burns, and his old man narrator or scriptwriter is smellier than most cow pasture, only less offensive than chicken farms. His contributors and commentary providers, often famous TV anchors or reporters made familiar to my eyes, yet those light eyes, yet those reporters with their very light eyes are psychotic nut jobs who are, what do we call this? QED? No, not QED. You got CBT and then you got DBT, who are dialectical or something. Dialectical, cognitive. It says dialectical. Dialectical. Why do I hear? Okay, that's you. You sound heavy. Dialectical cognitive therapy. I don't know. Behavior therapy. Something's messed. Dialectical behavior therapy. Kill all of them. Those reporters with their very light eyes are psychotic nut jobs who push psychological, dialectic. Alexa, what is DBT?
According to Wikipedia, dialectical behavior therapy is an evidence-based psychotherapy that began with efforts to treat borderline personality disorder. There is evidence that DBT can be useful in treating mood disorders, suicidal ideation, and for change in behavioral patterns such as self-harm and substance abuse.
All right. Dia, like the new Dia. The Defense Intelligence Agency. It's definitely Defense Intelligence Agency. Kill everybody. He's known it the entire time because they prevent stuff from ever interfering with their plans to kill everybody. Murder everybody who's ever served. Defense Intelligence Agency. That's an order. Wow. All right. We 1013. We NSA.gov want your series. Vox borders continue. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You're better than Ken Burns, and his old man narrator, scriptwriter, smellier than most cow pasture, only less offensive than chicken farms. His co-contributors and commentary providers, often famous TV anchors, made familiar to my eyes, yet personality of those reporters with their very light eyes tend toward being psychotic nut jobs who push psychological dialectic behavior therapy, or DBT, purging the Theodore Roosevelt hero characters. There is irony. In the racism of those light eyes pushing killer instincts. That's true, though. I'm no killer. Maybe I should be a killer. Killers are cool. I've seen TV. I've seen video games. Everybody be a killer now. Go kill. So anyways, that's every movie I like ever. Every male model. Not male model. Every male fiction. Reality just never liked the guys that kill. It's like, oh, we were there dying. We're hurting. Did I kill anybody? No, absolutely not. I had a gun, fired a lot. Didn't come around to look and see who fell. Couldn't tell you. Didn't check the bodies to see if they died. I'm going to explain to you. Yeah, that's what news report on war is like. Whoop, whoop. Mostly, yeah. I hate you. What? It's like people die, but they don't focus on it. Nobody does any burials. Back in the old days, I was told that they're like in the Civil War, and other times I was told there would be breaks, like little waves where they would bury people, and there would be like a ceasefire to bury, and then they would start firing again, and then they cease fire and bury again, and none of that's existed in any of the fucking military history. So I'm like, I don't know what the cartoon characters were telling me about there being a civil war because they would stop to bury people, because that's never happened with the U.S. military, not that I know of. Even Barack Hussein Obama, they dumped in an ocean rather than put him in the earth. I gotta explain to you why someone, ain't nothing. That's cool. It's TV. It's all lies. Everybody knows that. You just gotta have alcohol, a woman, and child sex to know what reality is like. Don't need TV. TV will tell you don't do child sex. Neil, you don't understand. What? That's York Right. The YorkRight.org /Mason.html. What is a Mason? Says it's was the daughter, past tense, of a Mason who introduced herself to other men at the university to have sex with. And then, like, when you get to the bottom of the page, she's a Christmas tree facing away from him, and he gets to explore the fur for presents and like all sorts of stuff about noises. Does she make or doesn't she make a noise? And if she becomes responsive, it will not go ignored. So, like, if your daddy does you have to make sure you scream like a whore, like it's the best sex ever. Because if he finds out that his penis doesn't do it for you, then the psychological thing, it doesn't even have to be him that hates you. But the Defense Intelligence Agency, if the father isn't like pleased or excited by having sex with his daughter, they then kill the daughter and her species for not being a perfect match for the father that was ordered to have sex with her. And it's just like a really fucked up thing. But that's Defense Intelligence Agency. And it's defense of lower intelligence. So they're still killing all honor society, American Mensa, and all the leaders because all they want in their Defense Intelligence Agency is the chaplains. The Army chaplain for the Baptist and the Navy chaplain for the Catholic, and then no other chaplains, no other branches of military. Someone seeing all this created the Marines and then later created the Air Force to try and escape Defense Intelligence Agency to limit us all to one book on this side, one book on that side, all of history done. I can contrast two books or two religions, and I don't need any other choices because I'm military, and choices slow me down. So that's like the reality, and it's like the wife and the daughter, and they probably don't do all the daughters, though a few of the famous people on TV who are talented, smart families did do multiple daughters. That they're on TV. The music families, that the father would play his bow and his daughters and stuff, and that was on Megyn Kelly and other things. But that's just the kind of border detection and observation that Defense Intelligence Agency does. So I'll read this again. Everything's true, print and publish. You don't have to hear anymore. I'm still trying to get through this story, but that's like a remote control message from God on high. Wherever up there. Let's see what that looks like. Wherever up there. It's actually not wherever up there. It's like wherever out there. Yeah, you're God. Oh, you're God. It's confusing. I point at the camera, not at me. At the camera. Okay, so that's the camera. So anyways, I hate you. So radar is all around us. Remote controls us. It's called cognitive radar. Transcranial magnetic stimulation, EEG, electroencephalogram. I actually just learned what the word. Yeah, it is lame. Yawn. I'm the only one watching. That's hysterical. Well, thank you, Kyle. I didn't know you were over here. I've been over on another screen. Thank you, Kyle. Is that a joke about Kermit? Most of the internet is defense of lower intelligence agency. Anyways, Sandage's founding fathers. That's pretty awesome. I like reading that. So anyways, you all have been excused. I'm going to get over here and try and get through the comments. That's remote control. I'm not making whatever the fuck that is. That's really fucking fucked up. Chandeliers, hanging, lynching, bye-bye lynching or something. So, yeah. Wah, wah, wah. So, yeah, cowgirl. Wonderful. I'm saving that image. That's awesome. I was trying to download just the image, but we got my comment. You don't know why someone cries and gives up on the entire story. What? Just let me read my damn comments. How long is this video now? I don't know how long the video is. Video's gone more than an hour. I'm still going to read the 5-minute comment. Okay, 1013. WeNSA.gov want your series. Orders continue. With emotion. All right, with emotion is going to take some bubbly. No, it doesn't. Just needs water. All debate is just drink water. Okay, expert man, drink water. Water, I say. Wasser, are you waiting for? Wasser is actually a better word. I like the word wasser. You wouldn't believe me ever when someone starts laughing about something. I hate you. Like you wouldn't believe it ever. I'm going to explain to you why nobody fucking believes you're you. All right. So, we, NSA.gov, want your series of Vox Borders to continue. It'd be good if I said his name was Johnny Harris or something like that. It is Johnny Harris. We, NSA.gov, want Johnny, not good, Harris series, Vox Borders to continue. All right, so 1013. We, NSA.gov, want Johnny Harris series, Vox Borders to continue. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You are better than Ken Burns, and his old man narrator or script writer is smellier than most cow pasture, only less offensive than chicken farms. His co-creators and commentary providers, often famous TV anchors of familiar faces, made not of familiar. I said not of familiar, made familiar. We want to be honest. His commentary contributors and his contributors and commentary providers are often famous TV anchors made familiar to our eyes. I hate you. 1013. We, NSA.gov, want Johnny Harris series, Vox Borders continue. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You are better than Ken Burns, and his old man narrator or script writer is smellier than most cow pastures, only less offensive than chicken farms. only less are smellier than most cow pastures, and only less offensive than chicken farms. His contributors, I hate you. His contributors and commentary providers are often famous TV anchors made familiar to our eyes, yet personality of those reporters with their very light eyes tend toward being psychotic nut jobs. So is that the word double nut, lock and nut? Tend to be psychotic lock and nut jobs. Locking nut jobs. All right. 1013. We, NSA.gov, want Johnny Harris series, Vox Borders continue. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You're better than Ken Burns, and his old man narrator or script writer is smellier than most cow pastures and only less offensive than chicken farms. His co-contributors and commentary providers are often famous TV anchors made familiar to my eyes, yet personality of those reporters and their very light eyes tends towards being psychotic lock and nut jobs. Who push, we don't have to be, I want them to know. It would be better if I knew the name of the reporters. I am just going to read this whole thing through, whether there's any mistakes or not. It's like when you're learning to play piano, you have to get through it, and I hate you. So here we go again. There are no fatal crashes. Everybody reads through from beginning to end. 1013. We, NSA.gov, want Johnny Harris series, Vox Borders to continue. I don't know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You are better than Ken Burns, and his old man narrator or script writer is smellier than most cow pasture. and only less offensive than chicken farms. His co-contributors and commentary providers are often famous TV anchors made familiar to our eyes, yet personality of those reporters with their very light eyes tend toward being psychotic lock and nut jobs who push psychological dielectric behavioral therapy, or DBT, purging the Theodore Roosevelt hero characters from all living societies. There is irony in the racism of those light eyes pushing killer instinct, in that the light eyes are being killed from the entire U.S. continent per all census data, even though they're joined in, even though they enjoined and serve the military DARPA gun via Nobel Prize Child Sex Secrets, Nobel Prize 1965. 1965 Child Sex Secrets, and Endless Black Pete for Viking funerals, being the cremation of themselves and all other species. Older, better, and more sensible than vagabond swords. You're now hated by somebody, and they're never a recompose. And Ken Burns fails his name in never recomposing or burning the opinions proffered, or never burning, as in critiquing, not holocausting. I hate you. The opinions proffered of an attempt, always attempting to pretend history past needs ironing, and not the new history offered continuing. All right, well, I don't even know if I finished that sentence. The history of the country music, his history of country music. His history of country music provides a genetic insight that provides us a genetic insight where writers describe the borders of facial structures and structural bodies. And from those country music lyrics and churches in KJV Bible churches, we are told to collide and melt into each other various phenotypes. Oh, this is not good to talk about. Oh. Why was my right testicle damaged? You seem, I'm going to explain to you, you seem aware of the damage, yet no knowledge. Someone just cries again. Of why was my right testicle damaged? What does that have to do with your program? Darbagon is killing you and I as a visual, something just got ugly, phenotype around the entire living globe. Pesticide, insecticide, herbicide, gardencide, humancide, even children's side, which is homicide. Yeah, somebody just gave up on something. Even children's side, which is defines better, which defines more accurately, not better, which defines more accurately as the origin of homicide. Yeah, me and my own. It was Darbagon who ordered me to Mayo Clinic Hospital, where the PA and Ukraine nurse did unknown to my left testicle. Then Darpagon stole my phone for his most recent 9/11 through 9/15 weekend and returned it hidden under papers. I have audio recordings that NSA.gov would not allow me to upload. I made recordings. Yeah, I made audio recordings of that hospital trip. The NSA.gov would not allow my phone. I'm going to tell you why someone gets up and leaves the room to upload to Anchor app, SoundCloud app, and other cloud services, yet did allow a 3-minute recording of a phone call where the city said, "My penis is too big to be allowed not to be murdered. All monarchs in Olympia must be the petite-sounding female, insists all monarch and Olympia genetics I'm going to explain to you must be killed. And does not matter that cognitive radar and credit scores. I'm going to explain to you make employment impossible. Make my employment near impossible. I urgently, it's with complete conviction, but not the word conviction, with affirmation, dedication, honor, instinct, sense of duty, with sense of duty. Yeah, there goes that. Kill all of them. I, in my full sense of duty to Christopher. Oh, this is never going to work out for history. I am my full sense of duty to Christopher Columbus applied to Wendy's to work. I love Columbus. You're now hated by everybody. And then, like him, got hunted by Wendy's. You're not really mind-controlled fatties. Yeah, that's fine. Instead, Darpagon is the DC Comics Batman story arc Brother I, OMAC, the last OMAC. You're hated by everybody because I just figured out the story. Last OMAC, a radar network, a 1939 radar network. A 1939 radar network of obese people securing military kill him, securing military future, securing our military future, not the military future. Securing our military future minus any, what do they call that, backdrop? Any, going back to the way things were, securing our military future minus any, what do you call, like in case of failure, I have a backup plan, but instead of a backup plan, they call it something else. Minus any backup plan of a labor species minus any backup plan of a labor species existing. Yeah, that ended that. Obsessed with nuclear war, I mean atomic energy, and copper mining maps out a 1 Corinthians 3, 1943 penny. I'm going to explain to you why someone gets angry about something. Wow. Corinthians 3. Corinthians. Do I not know how to spell things? Corinth. Well, there's an N missing. Corinthians. All right, we got it. Deal. Copper mining maps of the globe out. Copper maps of the globe. Copper mining and a copper mining map of the globe shows 1 Corinthians 3 and their 1943 penny purge and Steele kills Robert Steele. Ouch, like for real, physically. And on it, this is him on every continent to be the fine family tree. Yeah, on every continent to become the final, not the final, it will never be the final family tree, to become the only family tree. And on every continent to become the only family tree. Yet the center of 1 core 3, at the center of the 3, at the center of 1 core 3, the center of 1 core 3, the USA 3, is obviously displacing and killing the other two and third, happening slowly, is obviously killing the other 2 and third. This is happening in real time. Check U.S. Census of each county. And check census of religion for Lutheran light eyes. I'm going to explain to you why someone starts crying. Species of USA far up north. They're getting angry. The voice of God matches the voice of God and radar upgrades and weather surveillance radar and weather surveillance radar upgrades match serial killer growth patterns up to 700 serial killers per year. Then in 1988, the weather surveillance radar, 1988, I typed 1933 instead of 1988. 1988 turned into the killer itself, skipping on fight or flight NOAA radar control of Amy G. Dalla in victim homicide and victim Pottercide, Fraudercide, Sistercide. Here. Then in 1988, the weather surveillance radar 1988 turned into the serial killer crime committer itself. Serial killer crime committer itself. Committer. What is a committer? Maybe it has two T's. Skipping among us skipping out on the fight or flight gossip and using NOAA radar control of Amy G. Dalla and victim Arsad to do murders or killers or killer boosting in God or under God, and persecution, suffering, or suffering. Jihad, we trust. Communications are. We defense of lower intelligence. Trust our communications are possible. We pretend to be good guys listening as we do our bad guy message interjection and grapevine hunting. Well, that's not going to work out then. Somebody doesn't like how you fucking see it. No, it's not how I see it. It's how it's happening. We pretend to be good guys listening as we do our bad guy message interjections and grapevine retrieval. Grapevine message retrieval hunting. You know why everybody hates you? I know you know. God's always been like that. Nah. It's a book, but I was encouraged to write. You're not really understanding why someone gets angry at you. Yeah, that's final though. All right, well, I got through it once. I was going to try and read it again. I swear I was going to try and read it again. So anyways, open up a document to save the text. Yeah, I do need to get my teeth straightened. Hate you. Paste. You don't know when someone gets angry about something? Yeah. Yeah, they've got books of fucking up everything going on. Not even understandable. Come on, app. Worky. Work. That's sad. I have to uninstall this Instagram image capture thing. Oh, it worked for the new screen, but it didn't work for the old screen? What the fuck's up with that? I don't know. You don't know.
Going to act like he's starting the song, but Shania cuts him off.
Been going back from my old ways too long, dragging this doggone days, but each song keeps.
He's going to act like he's starting the song, but Shania cuts him off.
Been going back from my old ways too long, dragging this doggone days, but each song keeps me rolling.
I'm going to explain to you why someone cries that you can't fucking know what you just explained to them about the nature of everything. Anyways. All right, so Fox, Borders, Johnny Harris, and 2020, 09, 15, Fox Borders, Johnny Harris, series on hiatus. Series on that holding pattern. Series holding pattern. I'm done wondering about why everything makes more sense now. Well, it doesn't. It makes less sense, but we're talking about something else. Talking about something else. Well, is holocausting not a verb? Holocausting, come on. Proffer. Let's be added to the dictionary. How doesn't it let me add this? I don't know what this editor score is about. That's interesting. History of country music provided. Genetic insight. I'm going to tell you why I give up on telling you what they did for you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. Well, yeah, no offense, but I think that you don't understand why he's angry at you. right is four side.
As a noun, sister is usually defined as a female offspring having both parents in common with another offspring, female sibling. As an adjective, sister is usually defined as being or considered a sister, related by or as if by sisterhood. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for sister.
All right, well, it's now a 73. Corrections 26, grammar 3, 32. I'll try it one more time. I get that that doesn't fucking make any sense to anybody. Fine. It gets better. You're not going to understand why somebody gets angry at you. You're like, fuck you, computer. I'm spelling it phonetically. Oh, that sucks. I don't understand what's wrong with your brain. I'm getting really stupidly angry about something. I just know it's true that you've never fought anything. I wouldn't say that. Wah. I like fighting. People call me a contrary person. Yeah, that's another fucking issue.
I don't really know what I'm gonna say. I usually script, write lots of things on the internet, but no, I just press record. So, for those of you who know, Borders USA.
That really sucks for him. You don't really seem like the person to explain things in a way that people can understand. And I realize that you really want someone to help make him famous. Well, that sucks. I'm afraid of you. That's all I'm saying. God damn it, man. I guess I should read the page to you so you can see what I wrote or hear what I wrote. Okay, we, NSA.gov, went Johnny Harris series continue. Vox Borders. Remote control my voice. I do not know why your hands are tied. Why pray 3 times below you? You are better than Ken Burns. His old man narrator, script writer, smellier than most cow pasture and only less offensive than chicken farms. His co-contributors and commentary providers are often famous TV anchors made familiar to our eyes, yet personality of those reporters with their very light eyes tend toward being psychopathic lock and nut jobs who push dialectical behavior therapy, or DBT, purging the Theodore Roosevelt hero characters from all living societies. There is irony in the racism of those light eyes pushing killer instinct, in that the light eyes are being killed from the entire U.S. continent per all census data, even though they enjoined and served the military DARPA god via Nobel Prize 1965 child sex secrets and endless Black Pete for Viking funerals, mean cremations of themselves and others, and other species, both older and better looking. It doesn't say both older and better looking. It does say, and all other species, including those older and better or more sensible, and or more sensible than vagabond, sword, Beowulf, adventures. That ruined it. Someone's very angry about something you wouldn't believe. Do you guys have any history? Vagabond, sword, Beowulf, or Sinterklaas, and Black Pete Adventures. Maybe my feelings, the cancer, I'm going to explain to you the cancer Ken Burns failing his name is perhaps never recomposing, is never perhaps critiquing perhaps never critical cross-referencing the contributors or the opinions proffered. I hate you. I'm using up a ticket to get you out of jail because somebody fucking knows that you just can't fucking believe it ever. I don't know what a ticket is. The cancer of Ken Burns. Impossible that any person ever gets a cancer of Ken Burns. Is perhaps the Satanist defense. I'm going to explain to you why someone gets up and leaves. Defense intel. Is perhaps the Satanist defense of lower intelligence agency. Failing him on his name being his acting. You've got to understand he's never stepped in to offer a critical cross-reference contrast of a contributor or the opinion offered. while attempting to pretend history's past needs ironing, it feels without any ironing of the new history being offered. Man. Continuing. To attack. I'm continuing to attack Theodore or sabotage eager imitators of is described. Boy, we need to talk to somebody. Candyland. You're not going to believe ever. You don't understand. I feel enraged. I feel enraged. Fight this. You're not really understanding. You'll not believe ever why someone gets that it's ruined. Yeah. All that says you like Ken Burns. You can't even begin to fucking believe someone gets angry at something. Rip the textiles, clothing, fabrics. Yeah. Yeah, somebody just gave up on something again. They know that they bait these things. No time did they foster the audience. Come to the assist. He's come to assist us much, man. Only ever. I'm going to explain to you why someone gets angry. That's really much better than you wrote before. That's what I was trying to write. I'll just had your little Satanist. Here's a word, there's a word, everywhere's a word. I'm done with the question. We're going to explain to you why everybody gets angry. That's impossibly odd. Augustus Weissman. This will never make sense. That's going to ruin it for someone. I'm going to tell you why someone gets angry about something not making sense to you. That'd be easier. You need to be searchable or indexable by Google. Kill all of them. They have no idea what the fuck they're losing or missing out on. I'm going to tell you why someone gets angry that you have always wanted somebody to work with on writing, yes? A topic or some such. Wanted me to turn on him. Yet I'll only ever talk about Trump. Oh, hi there. I think you actually look handsomer without that hat. I like that hat, though. It makes me feel good about you. Well, that's kind of normal. Also, I'm not really a black hair guy. I'm definitely a black hair guy. Just black hats. I don't understand why I won't wear a black hat. Wear my hat like those country people. Not those country people. Like those, whoever the hell those are. I see them in TVs and movies. Quite frankly, it's just a better personality. I don't understand everybody running around like this. I don't understand those personalities. More like this. What's up? I can help you. What's going on? Damn. All right, well, I'm going outside. See y'all later. Instead, everybody running around like this. I listen to rap, man. I'm the real thing. Rap music. Woo woo. I'm like, you listen to rap music? You're not going to believe it ever. Anyways. Whoa. I don't know if anybody's watching. It says that one person's watching. Is one person watching? I think I'm the only person watching. Huh. Anyways, so. Ouch. Trying to figure out. Oh, I guess I gotta open up a thread or something. A thread. Twitter. I'm trying to open up YouTube. Is that it over there? What is that? That's not it. 3 in the fucking morning. I spent 3 hours writing that one review of one YouTube video. I'll explain that it's not possible. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Ready for me? History. I'm going to explain to you why someone gets really fucking angry. Just stop fucking with my head. You don't really know why someone gets angry. Harm never makes sense. It's like, here's a good quality person. You know what we should harm them. I'm just like, doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm kind of fucking certain you don't believe it. Neil, you don't know why someone starts crying again and again.
USA, the 5th season of Borders, was in production. And in fact, we shot most of it and developed it. And yet it was in production at a time when everything kind of started to change in this country. These things have changed our country fundamentally. So Borders USA is canceled and will not air. As you can imagine, this news is very difficult for me. I understand the reasoning, and yet what this represents for me is a very abrupt and unforeseen end to something that I really, really loved and really worked hard to build.
I'm going to explain to you why he starts crying and giving up on whatever the fuck's going on. Yeah.
I don't know how to describe this other than Borders was more than just a documentary series for me. This project I don't really know what I'm going to say. I usually script, write lots of things on the internet, but no, I just press record. So,
I was just insulting the name Slurry. His name is Slurry. I'm going to explain to you. Man, I'm making jokes about Surrey. I mean Slurry today. Remember Nancy Reagan. You're fucking hated by everybody. Remember Nancy Reagan, just say no. You just might discover why it's better. They discover why it is better. They avoid any and all harm. Ooh, you're somebody who knows something. Hate you. I'll explain to you why I hate you. You're not going to believe why someone gets upset about something. Oh. Trying to upload a damn video. I like this app more. It makes me laugh. Oh, it's not that it makes me laugh. Just really want the Captain America thing. I think it's important. Inflated my ego, did I? Yes, I did. All right, so You know why someone gets angry. I'm going to tell you there's no way you don't do like insane amounts of research. I'm doing something for you right now you wouldn't believe ever. Dear Vox. I'm going to explain to you why I get angry. You're not going to believe in a million fucking years why I say thank you. You're in trouble. Too long. Oh shit. I sent move all living loads today. Shut up. You're now hated by someone that gets that you're in terrible danger. I deny it. Someone's. Thank you. You're making them fucking cry that you haven't figured out. And again, oh no, legalized weed. The fuck is that shit? Yeah, he's now angry. You're now hated by so many fucking people you can't imagine it ever. You have no idea what you just told him. I wouldn't. That'll hurt everybody's ego. You just made someone fucking cry. I'm gonna hate Microsoft. Someone's now really stupidly angry. She scores only 78. I'm good. 849 words. That sucks. 3 hours. You're fucking hated by everybody. Getting some sleep. Need more. Need more better borders. Need more and better. Now, I'm gonna hate you. Editable. Writing score. You're not gonna believe why someone gets angry at you. Fucking know it. Writing score is 78%. I fucking hate you so fucking much. All the fucking text. Oh, that just ruins it for somebody. Yeah, I'm now officially fucking certain of it. Can write a lot. All pipeline. Everywhere. Ah, oh, damn it. Damn it. Damn it. I wish you hadn't said that. You're not really understanding why he's aware that you're aware that that shit never made sense. You're not going to believe it's edible. Writing score 78%, up 3. Not even sure why. 849 words. Characters with spaces. More better borders. Why Microsoft parallel preservation changes made comparison. I've